Hello and welcome to the second or third, I don't know whereabouts this is placed, but this is still first year of university in terms of the mainstream films. So after a brief of doing 5 boxing animations, selecting the sport and then representing it through a variety of different methods, and then the Brio animation which blended other things, we then have a group project, and unlike the college group project where I was kind of struggling with which parts I did and what the others did, um, with that cat lady music video. But in this case, I definitely can remember, um, um, my roles, and I suppose we'll do that over time. So so the brief is, like researching black holes, trying to create animation that makes science cool. And so we have this nice establishing shot. So there's, there's some really impressive VFX there. I remember drawing the white outlines because that was like part of our approach. Things were in space that had a white outline, and kind of matched the stars. So I kind of like that. And then there were 5 people in our group. So person one did, that look of space, which I personally looped because I was the one putting the film together, and then another person in my group did this whole scene right here. It's just a cool cool look style, and then that was the idea of um, the a black hole coming from the phone after browsing his phone, and then that's where it gets sucked in. Although the original plan was that it goes into space, but after person one, they made the cool intro shot. She also made this scene, which carried over that same look, and because the scene was actually slower, and it was also um, in the reverse speed, because if looking at it, it looks like the being's fallen out of the black hole and then goes longer, then sees the apple drop and the sun come towards. But also, the the flickering with the screen, that was an editing thing done by me. But it's just this was like a original scene, um, which she created, which looks extremely cool. And but because of because was this meant to be like the first scene instead, like here? I don't remember, but regardless, the way I placed it was it's almost like a multiverse thing where just going from another version of the current reality, and then after getting sucked in, they're out in space. So these floating 3D assets, they've all been made by me, and they're free green screen 3D models, which you can see on my YouTube channel. But other than the background, like I said, done by the first person, I was just trying to, because if it was 5 people, did another person do this scene instead? And maybe a couple of other. Did someone else do the sequence? Oh God, I just remember. I thought I did remember, but no. Anyway, so 3D assets were mine, and here's our character again. White outlines, to go with the space feel. And as you can see, these floating assets, they're low in opacity, but they're glowing at the same time, which is a really cool effect. And they're just represented all sorts from that light bulb does have a corner, which you can see across the sun. And but when we were developing our visual style, you can see how the planets have these shapes and outlines, and it's just a nice, cool way to really showcase the circular look of it. But anyway, so this is where the educational part comes about, and then I've also included this cool effect in After Effects where the character changes colour, and then this effect is used constantly to transition from one thing to another, and it kind of works. But anyway, so we many visual ways to showcase the facts of black holes. and I got robotic voice as well. I got it from some site or some sort, I can't remember. But yeah, this is where our research paid off in these cool sequences. And yeah, here's the ultimate dimension thing, which I think was kind of played with earlier. Anyway, so the black hole's at the center here, and then there's like a big bang or some sort, but it could be at the end of the film. So yeah, definitely abstract. I think some people might be confused with, just going from here to here and then suddenly being a tutorial. Um, but yeah, just about the abstract, it's abstract anyway. It's not a narrative piece like the Rio animation was. But yeah, I just really like the mixture. Despite 5 people making this, and but yeah, I think I really like this scene the best, especially the look. But I think the creative ways we showcased our facts, I really like those as well because they're just extremely easy to remember rather. And so yeah, I don't quite remember the grading, but there's pre-production which we had to like share roles with who was doing what pre-production, and I remember being tempted to do all sorts, but I kept my cap on and just done my input, and then waited for the others patiently, and we all did it in the end, so that was fine. And yeah, I think the grading was fine, but as well as the planning stage, we had to do 3 presentations, which I think represented the pre-production, production, and post-production, and then getting feedback to see what else we can do. And then the final thing was pretty much done a couple of days before the deadline, especially when everyone's finished everything. But yeah, we did submit it in the end, and I'm rather happy with it. I don't really have any updates. No, improvements to suggest, as far as I can tell. Well, the white outlining at times with the character could have been a bit more in line. And like I said, I think it could be a bit puzzling in the middle, because it could have looked like some weird sci-fi thing, only to then turn to a factual thing. I think it could have become more of a factual thing set up from the start, but even then, yeah, I think all of us have been rather happy with it. And yeah, but yeah, I think we always, but there was also 5 days, we always had a character that's a bit more abstract. We always wanted the apple fallen idea, just to go in more into the science theme, and facts being shown in space, shown in an ultimate dimension, and the ultimate dimension, or space in this case, always had the white outline look. Yeah, a lot of things were definitely set up from the get-go, and we just did all sorts of other things every time. I think, not gonna lie, I think in a university school trip, I was making additional progress on my laptop because of the outlining taking so long, because it was done by frame by frame, and I might have been able to loop it actually, looking at it, but yeah, I was that much of a work addict. But yeah, just a lot of impressive stuff, as you can see with the mixture of people, and but yeah, despite the different approaches to stars, it all seems to fit rather well. So yeah, still thank you all, and well done all for creating this group project. It was yeah, I enjoyed it looking back, especially the final result, because group work is a bit harder, but that's more of a me thing, and yeah, it all worked out in the end. So yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoy this one, and I'll see you in the next film.